Welcome. Thank you for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We are going to practice together for 30 minutes today. So just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. Today for class, you'll just need a chair. So a chair that's at your desk is perfect. If your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in the lock position so you're not rolling around too much. And today I would love to do a really nice full body stretch. So we'll work on all those common areas of tension throughout the workday. My favorite thing about this class is all of the stretches that we'll be working with are stretches that you can easily incorporate into your workday. So if you know that your neck tends to be tense throughout the day, try to remember some of the neck stretches that we do. And then even if you have, 30 seconds, even 15 seconds, taking that time for yourself can really offer quite a bit of relief to your body. So we'll start with a little centering just to release the day so far, to relax a little bit, to drop into the present moment. So as we do this, I'll encourage you to come to the edge of your seat. And this will give you an opportunity to elongate your spine and to engage your core. Sometimes when we're sitting into the back of the chair, we can round our back a bit. So this will help to keep the spine straight. Give yourself an opportunity to close your eyes. Take a moment to take a few deep full breaths in and out. And then with each exhale, just feel yourself relaxing more and more. Feel tension melting from your mind and your body. And then taking a moment just to observe how your body reacts to each breath. So many times we go through life breathing, we don't even really observe and notice how our body has a reaction to the breath. So as you inhale, maybe feel your chest rise, feel your navel rise. And then on your exhale, feel your chest fall, feel your navel fall. And then just knowing each time that you breathe, you bring life, you bring oxygen to all of the cells throughout your body. Take a moment to set an intention for class if you'd like. And this could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a little bit. It could be that you're holding tension in a particular area and you want to release that. So there's really no right and no wrong intention. Take a deep full breath in. Let's begin to sweep our hands up to the sky. And then as you do that, allow for your gaze to float right on up to the hands. Now we're going to relax our hands down. And then let's take the gaze down. Maybe try to look towards your navel. Full breath in. Let's reach up, stretch up, gaze floats. Exhale, hands release, gaze relaxes down. Take this breath, take this movement at your own pace. We'll just take this opportunity to link breath and to link movement. Let's bring our hands to prayer above the head and release the hands at the heart space. Let's take our hands up, breathe in deeply. Have your hands in line with your shoulders. Reach and stretch up with your right hand. Create a little slack here on the left side. And then left hand rises, right hand relaxes, reach up, stretch up. And begin to flow side to side here. So each time, try to reach and stretch from the waist a little bit more. This one is so wonderful for your spine, getting into the sides of your body. You have all of these little muscles in between the ribs. We get to give them a nice stretch too. And release. Let's relax our hands down. Let's take the right shoulder and we're going to create a nice large circle. So take your shoulder forward, draw it up, back, down. And then as you relax the hand down, let's take our left shoulder, draw it up, back, down. Breathe in and out. Great. Now let's circle the shoulders together 3 times, big shoulder circles. And relax your hands down. Let's work with some shoulder shrugs from here. Shoulders come up to the ears. Try to create a bit of tension. And then gently relax your shoulders from your ears. Shoulders come up, tense, tense, tense. And release. And one more time here. Tension. And let it go. Hands to the sky. Let's take a nice full breath here. We'll take some time to work on our shoulders. Right hand relaxes down your back body. Left hand can draw you into the shoulder stretch. So it's always nice to open up those shoulders because a lot of times we create a little bit of a rounding forward movement throughout the day, being on the phone, driving, being at the desk. So working with the shoulders is a nice opportunity to open up the heart space, open up the chest, broaden the collarbones. Hands are going to reach up, nice full breath here. Left hand lowers, right hand can draw you into that stretch. And release. Let's take our hands to the sky. Now reach for opposite elbows. Maybe have your left hand on top and then have your right hand on the bottom. So you're just kind of reaching for the top of that right elbow and then you're reaching for the lower part of your left elbow. Might feel a little uncomfortable, not uncomfortable, a little awkward, maybe not natural. Let's take a moment to just shift to the left and to the right. A little wiggle here in the waist side to side. Take a moment to pause to the right. We'll come into a lateral stretch for the spine. Maybe scanning your body, noticing where you're holding tension. Try to breathe into that tension as you exhale. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Full breath here, lengthen, release to the left. Ground firmly into that right sitting bone. We don't want to be lifting up, rolling up too much. So really try to press down. And release. Now we're going to change up those hands. So let's take our right hand on the top of that left elbow. And then left hand's going to reach for the bottom part of your right elbow. And little shift to the right and to the left. And again, this side might feel a little unnatural. It might feel more natural. Our body always has a natural way that it wants to move. So just being an observer of that. Releasing to the right, let's take that opportunity to pause. Take a deep full breath in. Try to really expand through the ribs. Imagine that you could create some space in between those muscles. Float yourself back to center. Really ground into the sitting bones. Find your length here. Release to the left. And release. We're going to let it go. Come back to center. Hands can relax down. Hands come onto the shoulders. Elbows float forward. Let's take them up, back, and down. Arms will float out into a T position. Right arm moves to the left. Left arm is under, right arm is over. And then we'll begin to bend that left arm. And then pull your right arm into your body a bit. And as you do this, try to relax your right shoulder from your right ear. We don't want that ear to, or that shoulder to be creeping up to the ear too much. And release. Arms out into T position, left hand to the right. Right arm draws you into the stretch. Left shoulder relaxes from the ear. Give yourself a nice deep full breath in and out. Arms will sweep out into T. And then let's wrap the arms up this time. We'll take our right arm over left, or we'll take our right arm under, left arm over, and we're going to reach for opposite shoulders. Press the backs of your hands together. Maybe arms are up and hands are up here. And you can stay right where you're at. Hands to the sky to breathe in. And then try to relax your shoulders from the ears a little bit more. Arms will float out to the sides of the room. Nice full breath in, back on through into a T position. Left arm under, right arm over, and same thing. Reach for opposite shoulders. Press the backs of your hands together. Maybe arms wrap up, and maybe the hands will wrap up. And release. Let's sweep our hands right on up to the sky. Nice full breath in, and hands at the hearts to breathe out. Let's take our chin to our chest here and try to round through your back body. We're going to work our way into a little bit of a rounding of the spine. And then heart will float forward, and let's open those hands out to the sides of the room. Really try to open the chest and the heart here. Let's take chin to chest, hands at heart space, round through your back. Heart floats forward, shoulders relax. And let's just flow. We'll find our own rhythmic flow here to the rise and the fall of the breath. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, feel your shoulders relaxing away from the ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, really rounding the back body. So imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. Let's bring our hands back to the heart space, neutral spine here. Take your legs out nice and wide. And we are going to hold on to the chair. You can kind of scoot to the edge as best as you can. Take a moment to windshield wipe the knees to the right and then to the left. And then as you're doing this, just finding that organic movement flowing side to side. And take an opportunity to pause. Draw the legs out nice and wide. Have your toes moving in the same direction as your knees. And then let's work a little side stretch here. Right arm onto your right leg, left arm up and over. Find your side stretch. Encourage your left shoulder to roll back a little bit. Right shoulder draws under slightly. Core engages. Let's float ourselves back on up to center. Left arm down, right arm up and over. And release. Let's put our hands onto our legs, realigning here, and then working with a bit of a twist. So for this twist, we're going to gently drop this right shoulder towards the left, and then our left shoulder is going to spin open, and we'll try to spin our heart to the left side of the room. And the nice thing on this one is you have your hands on the legs. You can actually press your hands into your legs to draw you deeper into your twist. Come back to center. Let's realign. Nice deep full breath here to lengthen. Left shoulder to the right. Right shoulder rolls back. And then breathe deeply into that twist. Nice deep full in breath and nice deep full out breath. Let's bring ourselves back on through to center. We'll realign here. Hands onto the seat to hold on, and draw your knees to the left and to the right. Little windshield wipe side to side. From here, we'll take some time to work a little bit with our core. So in this one, what we'll try is our bridge pose. And again, if you have wheels, you want to put them in the lock position. And if you have wheels in your chair, maybe you're going to skip these and just meet us in the next poses. So we'll take our hands onto the chair. We're going to have our knees bent. And first, we're going to try for a bridge pose, which will be a nice back bend. It's an opportunity to engage the core, work the legs a little bit more. So really ground into your feet, core engages, and try to lift your hips up. And option to gaze down the front of your body. You can also relax your head back too if you'd like. Really try to lift your hips to the sky. So we want to energetically lift those hips up, giving ourselves that nice back bend through our low back, mid back, and upper back. Let's begin to draw our hips into the seat, releasing on the hands. Hands come together, fingers interlock, palms will touch, and circle out those wrists for a moment. Maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles. And reverse, flow in the other direction. And release. Let's give it a little shake on out. So let's build on that one. We're going to try a reverse plank position. So same thing for this one. You can hold onto the sides of your chair. Again, if you have your wheels, you may want to skip it. Legs are going to straighten out in front of you. And then begin to engage your core. So really zip the core up and lift your hips up. This one, I really like to try to plant my feet on the ground. That gives me a little bit more leverage to lift the hips up. Again, gazing down the front body, maybe relaxing your head back. And when we engage our core, we want to feel our tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then try to create this nice long line that flows through the spine. Make sure that you're breathing, deep full in-breath and out-breath here. Hips will sink back into the chair. Let's do a release on our wrists. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch and circle. Move in the other direction, reverse. And letting that one go. Let's take our legs to a 90-degree angle here. Nice full breath to lengthen. And let's come on down to a fold on exhale. We'll take a counter stretch here. Hands can relax down. You can also reach for your arms underneath your body to give you a little bit more stretch. Sometimes reaching for opposite elbows. And see if you can relax your head on this one. Maybe gaze towards your navel. Try to relax your head, relax your neck. Maybe let your eyes close for this moment. And see if you can release tension you're holding on to. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out deeply. And then releasing this one. So we're just going to float ourselves on up, maybe hands onto the legs. Core engages as you rise through the spine. Let's come on up. We'll try some standing poses using the chair. I'd love to try for some balancing poses today. So if you need to have a little support, if you're not feeling the balance is super strong, have your chair close by. It's always nice to have the hand on the chair or the wall or desk or anything that's close by. So I want to build on that shoulder stretch we were doing earlier. So we're going to take our right leg up and over for this one. Toes can be on the ground, leg could be lifted, and you can also try to wrap that leg around. Now with your right arm, if you need to hold on to the chair, you can do that. You could just go here. But if you want to try for the arm wrap as well, arms are going to come out into T, right arm under, left arm over. Reach for opposite shoulders, maybe press the backs of your hands together. Maybe arms wrap up and hands will wrap up. Now, our trick with balancing is to find a drishti, to find one spot to focus concentration, to focus awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Let's begin to hang out here for a minute, or if you wanted to challenge yourself, elbows can come down to the knees. Call this one taking the eagle to the nest. And on this one, try to make sure that you're breathing. So it can be a little challenging, and the body's first tendency is to hold the breath. So just make sure that you're breathing in and out. Let's bring ourselves back on up. Legs relax, hands release, nice full breath in, hands to the sky, and hands at the heart to exhale. Now we're gonna try the other side. So if you needed your chair, pick it up, bring it on over to the other side. We'll take our left leg up and over here, toes on the ground, leg lifts, maybe find your wrap. Left arm under, right arm over. Reach for the shoulders, backs of the hands together, or arms wrap and hands wrap. Imagine getting so grounded in your right foot. So we want to press firmly through the inside and the outside of the right foot. And then notice your body's natural tendency, noticing if you tend to roll to the inside, maybe rolling to the outside of the foot. Eagle to the nest if you'd like to go there, elbows float down. And release. Let's come on up, core engages. Legs unwrap, arms unwrap as well, hands to the sky. Let's inhale and hands to the heart as you exhale. Let's take some time to work a little bit with our chair. And to start, what we'll do is we'll work with the back of our chair. I'm gonna hold onto our chair, ground firmly into our feet, and let's take our right foot back. I'm gonna take a little runner's lunge here. So you'll have a deep bend in your left knee, and you'll feel that your right leg is very active. So you want to press firmly out through the heel and the back of the knee. Feel free to stay here. You can hold onto your chair. Maybe one hand lifts up, maybe other hand lifts up. And we'll breathe here. Really activate your back leg, press firmly through the heel, and press firmly through the back of the knee. Let's bring our hands onto the seat, and we'll try for a twist here. So right hand plants, left hand will rise. We're going to twist it open. And then as you're twisting here on your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, allow for your twist to deepen. Left hand lowers, beating that right. Let's take our right foot to meet our left foot, coming back to standing. Left foot takes a big step back, runner's lunge. Take that opportunity to get your alignment nice and squared up here. Hold onto your chair, one hand rises, both hands lift. If the hands are lifting up, feel the arms very active here. Arms frame your ears, fingers are active. Let's reach, stretch through the fingertips. Hands come back on down to the seat, the chair. Let's take that right hand up on exhale, we'll twist. And then as you're twisting here, see if you can roll that right shoulder back a little bit and take that left shoulder forward a little bit. See if you can get the heart to shine to the sky. And release. Let's float it back. Hands onto the chair. Left foot takes that nice big step forward. Then take your feet out nice and wide. We'll do a little empty coat sleeve, sweeping side to side. So as you twist to the right, just have your left heel lift from the ground. So we just want our knees to be tracking in the same line as our toes. And release. Let's find stillness here. And let's take some time to work with our seat. So we'll be able to access that seat for a moment. Give ourselves a nice little stretch. We'll take our hands up, breathe in. Hands come down, let's breathe out. Hands will come right onto the seat of your chair. And shake out the legs a little bit here. Bend one knee, bend the other. Relax your head, yes. Relax your head, no. And as you come to stillness here, hands to the right, let's find a side stretch. Get nice and grounded in between your feet, inside and outside. And then back on through to center, hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist. Lengthen through the side body, through the arm, through the fingers. We're going to come back to center. From here, I wanted to try a pose called standing splits. To come into this one, we're going to come down onto our forearms. So forearms will be on the seat. You can always bend into the knees if you need to. And then let's begin to take our right leg. We're going to sweep it up towards the sky. And then as you're doing this one, maybe look at the wall that's behind you. Maybe even take your gaze to the ceiling that's up behind your body. A lot of times if we can relax our gaze up, it can just help us move a little bit deeper into the stretch. Let's begin to release that one. We'll take our right foot to meet our left foot. And then left leg rises when you're ready. Also, maybe bring your weight into the heel of your right foot. That might get your foot up a little bit higher, maybe get an inch or two deeper stretch. And release. Let's take that left foot to meet our right foot. We're going to pop up right up onto those hands. Let's flow through a round of a cat and a dog stretch here. Lower your stomach down, lift up through the heart, a little rounding of the back body. Knees can be bent or straight too, whichever feels best. Sometimes bending the knees can be a little bit more supportive if the hamstrings are really tight. And release. Let's take that opportunity to lower the stomach, lift up the heart. Little rounding of the back. Let's bring it on up to stand. Nice full breath in, reach up and stretch up. And hands at the heart on your exhale. Let's take our hands to the sky, breathing in. Fingers will interlock, palms will press up. Full breath here to lengthen. Let's shift to the right and the left here. We'll do a little wiggle in the waist. Pausing to the right, coming into half moon stretch, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring it back to center. Let's lengthen here and release to the left. Feeling that groundedness in both of the feet. And release. Let's float ourselves back to center, releasing of the hands and coming to Yoga Mudra with our hands. So for this one, fingers will interlock and then palms will touch. And imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. So option to stand up straight. You can also hinge forward if you'd like. And then as you're folding forward, arms can run along your back. And then you can also release your arms away from the back body as well. Try to relax the fronts of the shoulders. Just noticing if that helps you move a little bit deeper into the shoulder stretch. And release. Let's take our hands onto our low back. Hands can relax down towards the ground. And then we'll just ground into our feet and then roll up through the spine one vertebrae at a time. Let's take a nice deep shoulder roll here. Full breath in and full breath out. Hands will sweep to the sky. Breathe in. Let's take our hands at the heart as you exhale. If it feels comfortable, close the eyes for a moment and thank yourself for practicing chair yoga today, for doing something so good for your minds, body, and spirit. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining today. It's great to be here with you. I hope that you enjoyed the practice today. I look forward to seeing you next class. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome.